H-1B visa, fee hike, what is the impact on the Indian workers, and how will it change the hiring landscape. Now, first of all, you need to make some corrections in your notes. It is not annual fees, it is one-time fees. This move significantly affects Indian tech workers who constitute over 70% of H-1B visa holders. Now, this H-1B visa is issued by America, Government of America. To whom? To those skilled workers which can go and work in America. Now, for issuing a visa, there is a cost involved. Cost has to be paid, amount has to be paid to the American government. Who pays or who bears this cost? The employers who are stationed in America. They feel when they see a talent worldwide and they want to invite that talent to America, then they say, okay, we are ready to bear the cost of the H-1B visa for you. You come to America. We'll pay this. We'll get you the visa issued and you come to America. So, this is what this visa is, H-1B visa. But now, the cost for that visa, for issuing that visa has been, hiked significantly. It has been made $1 lakh. So, why news? From September 21, 2025, companies hiring foreign talent under H-1B visa program in the US must pay $1 lakh per visa. Not annually, but per visa. This change is expected to heavily impact Indian professionals who form majority of H-1B visa holders. Now, the previous topic which we did, protests against immigrants. If someone is getting an H-1B visa, that person will be considered as a legal immigrant, not an illegal one, legal immigrant. But the governments all across the developed world want to restrict illegal immigration as well as legal immigration. So, this is what we need to know and understand. Okay? And that is why this H-1B visa hike is there, fees hike is there. Now, it aligns with Trump administration's broader agenda of restrictive immigration policies, justified on the grounds of protecting American jobs. Now, if the fees is hiked to this much, no company in America will go for paying this much of fees. They will prefer hiring local Americans. They will say ki bhai, theek hai, thodi mehengi labor hai, but we'll have to pay this much. So, that is too much of amount, $1 lakh. The move is part of larger ideological battle with the US around skilled immigration, wage depression, and the future of global talent mobility. What is H-1B visa program? It is a non-immigrant visa that allows US employers to temporarily hire foreign workers in specialty occupations, especially in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and math. It is not restricted to STEM, but especially in STEM, if you have the skill sets, you can get this visa. The program is capped at 85,000 new visas annually, 65,000 regular H-1B cap, 20,000 for advanced degree holders from US institutions. And the visa is usually valid for 3 years, extendable to 6 years. So, this is there about this visa. Details of this new policy. Trump administration has imposed a $1 lakh cut this annual fee for every H-1B visa or H-1B worker employed. Previously, filing costs ranged from $1,500 to $6,000 per visa, but now 1 lakh, significant rise, depending on company size and legal compliance. And why it is a game changer? It disincentivizes companies, especially tech firms, from hiring foreign workers. Smaller companies and Indian IT firms like Infosys and TCS may reduce or halt H-1B recruitment. Major shift from policy reform to prohibitive economic barriers. So, these are the situations. India's dominance in H-1B visa program. Country of birth, India. So 70 to 74% of H-1B visa approvals since 2015 have been to Indians. China 12 to 13% and others less than 15% combined. Indian tech workers have been the backbone of US tech firms, working in roles from software development to AI research. And those Indian tech workers were working in America under the H-1B visa regime. Now, Trump administration's justification. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick called the H-1B program a scam in an August 2025 Fox News interview. Claimed it undercuts American workers' wages. Why are we doing that? It's like picking bottom core. So, echoes long-held nativists' Republican positions that foreign workers are taking jobs from Americans, and that is the main reason. Immigration leads to wage depression and higher unemployment for US citizens. Why wage depressions? Because immigrants are ready to work at lower wages. So, that is why it is leading to wage depression. Wage data FY23, below $1 lakh, 70% of Indian H-1B approvals were there. From 1 lakh to $1,50,000, 25%, and above $1,50,000, around 5%. Median salary for US IT professionals, $1,04,420, May 2023, US Bureau of Labor Statistics. Critics argue Indian H-1B hires are underpaid relative to market standards, and supporters say wages are market driven and the skills gap necessitates foreign hiring. So, this is what the stats have to say. US immigration discourse. Immigration is now one of the top political issues in the US. 14.6% of voters considered it the most important issue in 2024 YouGov poll, up from 2.1% in 2012. Trump's narrative framed low-skilled and now skilled immigration as threats to American livelihoods. Echoes his earlier Mexicans stealing jobs rhetoric, now targeted at Indian tech workers, Indian stealing jobs. So, they want to make America great again, but is this the way to make America great again? That is a big question, especially among the Indians. India and China dominate global STEM talent. STEM graduates 2020 CSET data, China 3.57 million, India 2.55 million and USA 8,20,000, less than a million. So, it is clear that the Chinese and the Indians, they are dominating the STEM domain. Now, China is not so much cribbing about these kind of restrictions by the US, because China is Atmanirbhar in this context. The brain drain has reduced from China because there is ample economic activity in China itself. The Chinese are contributing in building China. There was once a time where China used to compete with us in terms of remittances. There were more remittances that the Chinese were sending back to China than the Indians were sending back to India. आज की डेट में Indians are at the top. The Chinese have dropped down to third or fourth position. Indians roughly send $120 billion of remittances back home every year. The second position is taken by Mexico, $60 billion, just half of India. Chinese have dropped to less. Does that mean that the number of Chinese who are working away from China has reduced? Yes. It simply means that they are working in China only. And this is what India can do also. India can also focus upon itself. This step of the Donald Trump administration can be a blessing in disguise for us. It can stop or reduce brain drain from India. And those people who were willing or wanting to go to USA would now be compelled to work in India. They can, obviously they have doors of other countries like Australia, Canada open for them, or European countries open for them. But since they are in India, Indian doors are always open. They can think in this direction as well, like the Chinese have thought. Industry insiders argue H-1B is essential to bridge US skill shortages, especially in emerging fields like AI, robotics and semiconductors. So, industry insiders feel कि भाई without H-1B, American economy will collapse because the productivity of American workforce is not that much as is the productivity of H-1B holders. Restrictions may lead to outsourcing or talent shifting to Canada, Europe or Australia. This is what they are, anticipating, that this can happen. Now, Trump's H-1B strategy, it aims at, or it is signifying abandoning reform. Earlier reform proposals 2017 to 20 restrict intake to higher paying positions, change lottery to favor salary based selection. Proposals shelved under Biden administration. These kind of proposals were not accepted. H-1B visa was given to, was given as was being given earlier. Current strategy, no structural reform, instead impose a massive fee to deter hiring. That is why it is drifting away from the earlier structural reforms that pay to issue visas to only higher paying positions, go for salary based selections instead of lottery based selections. $1 lakh fee, not per year, it is $1 lakh fee is equal to de facto cap without changing laws. It applies across the board, affects students, early career professionals and mid-level workers. Impacts on India, economic impact, Indian IT companies may cut back H-1B hiring, increase offshoring, shift operations to Canada, Europe instead of USA. Sectors affected, technology, consulting, startups, higher education, students to worker pipeline and all. Strategic concerns, India's people ties with USA will weaken and visa restrictions plus trade tariffs signal a hostile US policy environment towards India. So, these things are there. Impact of the fee hike. Hiring patterns may alter. Obviously, American companies may opt for more offshoring to India. Those companies which are there in USA who were hiring Indians on H-1B visa, they may say ki bhai, if we invite Indians to America, then they will have to pay, then we will have to get them this visa issued and pay $1 lakh to the government. Why not we take our company to India and hire Indians there only? This can be possible because, the entire world is connected nowadays. Although those kind of companies might have to face some backlash by the Trump administration. But yes, this can be a possibility. So, offshoring to India can increase. Again, a blessing in disguise for India. Then, nearshoring, another term, offshoring to nearby countries like Mexico, Canada, this can increase. Because in Mexico, no requirement of H-1B, in Canada, no requirement of H-1B. Local hiring can go up. This is the intended objective of hiking the fees. Stock market volatility can be there, no doubt about this fact. And brain drain from India will be reduced. This can also be a possibility. So, these are some probable impacts of the visa fee hike. And this visa fee hike is definitely going to be game changing.